In reading up on Stockholm, Sweden, it was a small little town built on an island that expanded to about 15 islands, which are connected by bridges and waterways. It is a beautiful city, and getting into Stockholm, we had to go through like what you would refer to as an inland passage. We sailed into Stockholm, Sweden in daylight, so I got some video of the shoreline. It was very picturesque. It is heavily wooded. Of course, we're pretty far north too, because this all freezes over in the wintertime. But this is the from the upper part of the ship as we sailed into the harbor for Stockholm. There were shuttle buses that at the dock that took us into the downtown area of Sweden, and Dorothea and I wanted to start at the main palace. Okay, we're in downtown Stockholm, and I don't know the name of this river. We got a regular river running right through the town, and we're going to cross a bridge and go into the old part of the city, wherever that is. One of the first surprises I got is that this city has rivers running right through the middle of it. I thought the islands were surrounded by seawater, and it's not true. There's a couple rivers here. Later on in this video, you will notice I got some video of a man fly fishing right in the middle of the downtown area. It was just fascinating. This is the Royal Palace. We did not go inside. I don't think they had any guided tours through it, so we just walked around and shot a lot of video. This is the Palace of the King and Queen. My wife has reminded me that the Queen of Sweden is German, so she's all happy. Once we left the palace, we headed right into the old town part of Stockholm. Very picturesque. Huh? Dorothy and I found it quite fascinating that in several of the cities that we visited on this tour, where groups of children were taking on outings, and always very, very well supervised, and it looked like the kids were all taken care of very, very well. As we were wandering through the Old Town area, we noticed many of these small alleyways and full of businesses, and they seemed to be doing a thriving business. Okay, I don't know the name of this river. Have no clue. But we're in the downtown area, actually Old Town area. And it is a very picturesque city, I'll tell you that. You could spend some time there if we only had somebody to tell us what it is that we're looking at. another video op. We just got off the old town, part of town, where the palace is, and we're headed for a national museum. What I think I'm taking a picture of is the Opera House. Alright, I believe that's the guy out there fly fishing right there. Let's see if I can get out there and get a hold of him. That was a guy fly fishing out there, and Dorothy and I continued to walk. We always go on these huge long walks. We would cross one waterway over one bridge from one island to the next. All of it quite fascinating. Dorothy and I walked across a bridge onto another island, took a quick tour of the inside of a beautiful church, and then we got into a park area that was rather interesting. It had some mechanical devices that were considered artwork. So I took a bunch of video of these different devices, and that's all they are. They're just artwork that is that moves. It is, but it's going round and around. And it is in a park with a lot of papier-mâché statues. Like I say, we're in a park. It has a bunch of interesting gadgets going around and around. There's another one right here. I have no idea what they're doing, but it shows a bunch of pulley systems. That one is actually spouting water. I don't know whether it is but it is spouting water up there. Moving too. So these are all displays of machines with moving parts. Well, I did have to put my foot down. Dorothea was not allowed to take this rabbit home. It only weighed about 2 tons. Dorothea has a collection of crystal rabbits. Later in the day, Dorothy and I did get a little tired, so we went into this hotel, the one on the left there, and had a cup of coffee. It was very, very plush, and very, very served with napkins, etc. Well, we saw as much of the city as we could. We're back on board the ship, and it sailed in the early afternoon. Our trip is about over. I think it's going to take a day, maybe 2 days to get back to Copenhagen, where we will fly home. But again, I took a few more videos of the inland passage, or the our way back to the Baltic Sea. Well, I got some video of the military that patrol the waterways here, and then a seagull got in the way of my camera, or I zeroed in on it, and the seagull was just staying even with the speed of the ship right alongside me. This looked like a group camp there. It was kind of fun standing up here on the upper decks of the ship. By the way, it was quite cool. But just taking pictures and video of the shoreline as we head back for the Baltic Sea.